everybody, this is Violet Spencer. I'm an officer on both the Oklahoma County Council and the Southeast District Council of Oklahoma 4-H. This is my second video for this 4-H Community Education for Inclusion series that I have had the privilege to start. As you may know, the topic for this month is Black History. So today, I'm going to talk about a historic and influential Black person. I hope you enjoy. When you think of important people in Black history, who do you think of? I'm going to guess that some of you are going to say people like Harriet Tubman, Martin Luther King Jr., Rosa Parks, or Maya Angelou. While each and every one of these outstanding, remarkable people were influential, inspiring, and so many other outstanding things, sometimes we as humans tend to forget and not even know about the vast amount of influential people and tend to focus on the more known. Okay, time to test your knowledge. How many of these African Americans do you know? You ready? Dr. Andrew Foster, Sojourner Truth, Edmonia Lewis, or Paul Laurence Dunbar. Catch any of those? Each one of the people I just named are extremely inspiring people, and I encourage you all to do your research. The person I chose to talk about today is Dr. Andrew Foster. Andrew Jackson Foster was born on June 27th, 1925, in the small mining town of Ainsley, Alabama. In 1936, when Andrew was about 11 years old, both he and his brother contracted spinal meningitis and subsequently became deaf. Following this, Foster was sent to the Alabama School for the Colored Deaf in Talladega, where he received up to a 6th grade education. This was largely due to racial segregation still being in effect in Alabama, with laws that did not allow African Americans to receive more than a 6th grade education. In order to continue his education, Foster moved to Flint, Michigan in 1942, where he attended the Michigan School for the Deaf and was able to receive up to an 8th grade education. During World War II, Foster spent his days working in auto factories and restaurants, as well as attending night school throughout Chicago and Detroit. It was only after World War II that ended that Foster was encouraged by Eric Malzkuhn, a professor at Gallaudet University, to continue his education by applying there. However, he was rejected several times on account of his race. Foster did not let this upset him, so he worked harder. He received a diploma in accountancy and business administration from the Detroit Institute of Commerce, followed by a high school diploma from the American School in Chicago in 1951. It wasn't until both of these diplomas until he was accepted at Gallaudet University with a full scholarship. He was the first African American to attend Gallaudet, graduating in 1954 at the age of 29 with a degree in education. Foster had felt a calling to ministry since his time at Gallaudet. He often visited Washington, D.C.'s inner-city neighborhoods, where he would seek out young deaf African American children to serve as a prominent role model in their lives. Through his work, Foster realized his passion for giving Black deafs access to communication, education, and the gospel. In 1956, upon learning that there were only 12 deaf schools in the whole continent of Africa, Foster established the Christian Mission for Deaf Africans, now called the Christian Mission for the Deaf, a missionary organization whose goal was to bring education to every deaf African. He began his work in 1956 by convincing school officials to let him use their classrooms after hours to teach the deaf. After going on a series of speaking tours around America to raise funds for his cause, Foster landed in Accra, Ghana in 1957. He then started the Ghana School for the Deaf. Overall, Foster established 32 churches and mission schools for the deaf in 13 nations across Africa. I mean, isn't that amazing? Andrew Foster died on December 3rd, 1987, after accepting an empty seat in a chartered Cessna airplane going to Kenya that lost altitude and crashed near Gizenya, Rwanda, killing all those aboard. His loss was impacted greatly, and Gallaudet University dedicated an auditorium in Andrew Foster's name, calling him the father of the father of deaf education in Africa. And a closing note from Nelson Mandela. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. So now you know just a smidge of Black history. I encourage you all to do your research to find more. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a great week. Bye!